with the meth rush over. Let's go ahead and move into the next track on the album. Welcome back, by the way, to the channel, guys. That is going to be The Gift. We're listening to White Light, White Heat by the Velvet Underground, 1968 release. So after coming off of our high, we're going to listen to this track here, The Gift. What could that gift be? There's only one way to find out. So let's go ahead and let it run. We'll talk about it after. Let's go.
Waldo Jeffers had reached his limit. Turning underneath his pleated quilt protector, tears welling in his eyes. His faithlessness haunted
The
him.
channels keep on
Daytime
switching.
fantasies of sexual abandon permeated his thoughts. And then opened to see her Waldo finally there in person. She would kiss him, and then maybe in the den.
That kind of music.
What do you think it is?
fades
She
out.
asked. Marsha stood with her arms folded.
Let that be a lesson. let that be a big lesson. First of all, there's so many lessons to take from this. Don't ship yourself. Don't put yourself in a box. What? First of all, UPS, FedEx, and USPS, and all these other postal services, they ain't gonna care. You mark fragile on it. That's more of an excuse. They want to hear something break. Don't do that. Don't do that. A lot of things can go wrong. And honestly, even though the outcome of this story was probably the least expected, jeez. Well, just wait until they open that box. They're gonna get a surprise. Okay, there's some interesting stuff going on here. All right, this being the second song on the album. First of all, I have to get back into the production aspect because I mentioned on the first track that the production is probably going to play some sort of role in this album. And yeah, definitely here because you have the speaking vocals on the left, on my left. I don't know about you guys, but on my left, my headphones, and then that white noisy distorted guitar just grinding away on the right along with the bass, just grinding like on a stone. And it's really interesting because between these two areas the music stays pretty separated for the most part, but occasionally they'll weave in towards each other briefly and then Venn diagram back out again, which is really cool the way that they do that. I couldn't quite tell you if the music like comes up or fades in or fades out during certain plot points. I couldn't quite tell that, but the music and the vocals do fade in and out as well, besides just the natural crossfading that occurs. So yeah, the production is going to play a big point and a big role in this album. I can definitely tell you that. And can I tell you, this sounds already, like just by these first two songs, this sounds like one of those albums that like, I'm not saying you need something, but I am saying that it sounds like it's that kind of album. That if you're on a substance, I'm sure that the sounds just taste different. Let me just put it like that. That's the best way I can describe it. And I'm not going to go through all the lyrics on this one. You could kind of hear the story if you're listening out. But couple are separated wherever she is, maybe a work trip or whatever. I don't really know. I guess why was she out? I don't know. They're separated, but they're together. He's worried. Well, maybe she's, she made a promise that, she's not going to be involved with anyone. We're just in a long distance moment. But he's like, I'm kind of worried. What if she is? So he decides to ship himself to her as a gift. And apparently, she did, she did falter in her relationship because of Bill's incessant attempts and hey, whatever. And so Sheila comes over and they're sharing the gossip and stuff, and they're just talking about taking pills. I'd imagine diet pills, but who knows? And then the package arrives, and they're like, I can't open it because Waldo taped himself so hard in there. Sheila gets this big cutting. I don't even know what it was. It seems like a small katana. She got something. What was it? A large sheet metal cutter. Isn't that like that's just like a big thing? That's like that thing you pull down and like cuts everything probably, and she probably just ripped that up and took that and was using that. Isn't that what Thomas Jane used in The Punisher to kill the Russian guy? I think so. He took that big thing and just, I don't know. Anyways, and then the story goes on from there, and they cut into the package, unknowingly cutting into Waldo, and as it says, arcs of red to pulsate gently in the morning sun. Well, so, quite the story. And I do love a good story because this read like you would read a page on the book. Let's get into the some of the facts about this particular track. It says that the song is over 8 minutes long and in the stereo version mixed in such a way that a short story can be heard in the left speaker and the rock instrumental on the right. Yep. And we don't need to necessarily recap the story here, but it says that apparently, at the urging of Frank Zappa, Reed provided the sound effect of Waldo's head being cut by stabbing a cantaloupe, either by using a knife or a wrench. Now, hold on, because I did not know that Frank Zappa had anything to do with this album. Or what? What happened? I did not have... I had no idea that Frank Zappa was somehow involved with this album. And even when I control F on the Wikipedia page for the album, it only comes up with Frank's name in this particular instance, talking about cutting the cantaloupe with that. So I don't have any other information regarding Frank Zappa and this album except that. But that's probably something to be looked into, because that's kind of interesting. Okay, I'm curious about that. Anyways, that was a nice little tale. I mean, not for Waldo, but for us to listen to. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought of the track. You can let me know in the comments down below. You can follow me on Twitter. Support the channel on Patreon. I hope that you enjoyed the music. Thank you, as always, for being here. Don't ship yourself in a box. Don't do that. Don't do that. no matter what. Just call. Anyways, have a wonderful day. I will see you all later. Bye.